Listen to me. Right now, I need you to understand something. Your mind is the architect of your reality. Your thoughts, they're the blueprints. Your beliefs, they're the foundation. And if you don't get this, if you don't take control of the way you think, life will take control of you. See, most people go through life as if their thoughts don't matter. They wake up dreading the day, already defeated before their feet even hit the ground. They tell themselves it's just another Monday or nothing ever goes my way, and they wonder why they keep getting the same results. Well, let me tell you something. Your mind is like soil, and whatever you plant in it, that's what's going to grow. You plant negativity, doubt, fear, that's exactly what your life will produce. But if you plant belief, hope, determination, that's what's going to show up in your reality. You ever notice how two people can go through the same storm, but one comes out stronger while the other crumbles? It's not the storm that's different, it's the mindset, it's the perspective. One person sees a crisis, the other sees an opportunity. One person says, why me? The other says, try me. That's the difference between those who rise and those who fall. It's not about luck, it's not about background. It's not about circumstances, it's about the way you choose to think. Let me tell you something, life doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you believe. You could say you want success, you could say you want to be great, but if deep down you don't believe it's possible, if deep down you don't believe you deserve it, then guess what? You'll never have it. Because your mind is always working, always creating, always shaping your future, whether you realize it or not. And if your thoughts are filled with doubt, negativity, and excuses, that's exactly what your life will reflect. Some of you are waiting for life to change so you can think differently. You're waiting for the breakthrough, waiting for the opportunity, waiting for things to get easier. But let me tell you the truth, life doesn't work like that. Your mind has to change first. Your attitude has to shift first. You don't wait for life to give you a reason to be positive. You choose to be positive. And then life follows your lead. See, successful people, they don't just think differently because they have success. They have success because they think differently. They wake up every day with the belief that something great is going to happen. They see obstacles as stepping stones. They see failure as feedback. They understand that no matter what happens, their response is always within their control. And because of that, life bends in their favor. I need you to stop underestimating the power of your own mind. Stop letting negative thoughts run your life. Some of you talk to yourselves in a way you would never talk to another person. You call yourself a failure. You tell yourself you're not good enough. You dwell on every mistake, every setback, every weakness. And then you wonder why your life looks the way it does. But listen to me, the words you say to yourself matter. The thoughts you entertain shape your destiny. You cannot build a winning life with a losing mindset. It's time to take control. It's time to rewire the way you think. You have to train your mind the same way you train your body. You don't get strong by going to the gym once. You don't build endurance by running 1 mile. And you don't develop a powerful mindset by thinking positively one time. This is a daily practice. This is a commitment. This is a way of life. Start by paying attention to your thoughts. When negativity creeps in, shut it down. When doubt whispers in your ear, replace it with belief. When you hear yourself saying, I can't, stop and say, I can, I will, because the truth is every thought you think is either moving you forward or holding you back. And you, my friend, were not made to stay stuck. Let me tell you something, you have everything you need to create the life you want. But it starts in your mind. It starts with your beliefs. It starts with you making the decision right here, right now, that you will no longer let negativity dictate your future. That from this moment on, you will choose to see the possibilities, not the problems. You will choose to focus on the solutions, not the setbacks. You will choose to believe in yourself, even when no one else does. Because the power of positivity isn't just about feeling good, it's about transforming your entire life. It's time. Make the shift, change your mind, and you will change your world. Life is not easy. I need you to hear me on this. Life will hit you. It will test you. It will push you to your limits. And if you're not ready, if you don't have the right mindset, it will break you. But let me tell you something, challenges are not here to destroy you. They are here to develop you. See, most people run from challenges. The moment things get hard, they quit. The moment they feel pressure, they fold. They start questioning themselves, doubting their ability, making excuses. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe I should just give up. And that's exactly why they stay stuck. That's exactly why they never grow. Because they see obstacles as the enemy, when in reality, obstacles are the key. Listen to me, every successful person you admire, every champion, every leader, every world changer, they all have one thing in common. They faced challenges and they didn't run. They stood their ground. They embraced the struggle. They understood that pressure is what creates diamonds. Fire is what purifies gold. Resistance is what builds strength. You don't become great despite challenges. You become great because of them. Some of you are in the middle of something right now. You're facing a battle and you're tired. You feel like you've given everything and life just keeps pushing back. You're wondering if it's even worth it. You're thinking about quitting, but I need you to understand something. This challenge is not here to defeat you. It's here to prepare you. It's here to stretch you, to strengthen you, to teach you something that success alone could never teach. You ever notice how the people who've been through the most, the ones who face real adversity, they carry a different kind of strength. They walk differently. They speak differently. They have a fire in them that can't be put out. That's because they've been tested. They've been through the storm and made it to the other side. And you right now, in this moment, you're in your test. You're in your training ground. And the way you respond will determine what comes next. See, life doesn't reward those who complain. It doesn't reward those who run. It rewards those who endure. Those who take the pain and turn it into power. Those who take the struggle and turn it into strategy. Those who refuse to let circumstances dictate their destiny. Stop seeing your problems as the end of the road. Start seeing them as the beginning of something greater. That setback you're dealing with, it's a setup. That failure you went through, it's feedback. That door that closed is redirecting you to something better. But you won't see it if you're too busy feeling sorry for yourself. You won't see it if you're too focused on what's wrong instead of what's possible. It's all about perspective. Two people can go through the exact same challenge. One comes out stronger, the other comes out bitter. One grows, the other breaks. What's the difference? Mindset. One person understands that the challenge is temporary, but their growth is permanent. The other only sees the pain, the hardship, the struggle. One sees an opportunity. The other sees an obstacle. And whichever one you choose to see will determine the outcome of your life. You have to start training yourself to see challenges differently. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this trying to teach me? Stop focusing on the problem and start focusing on the lesson. Every struggle you go through is preparing you for something greater. Every setback is strengthening you for what's ahead. Nothing is wasted unless you allow it to be. You need to understand, when you quit in the face of a challenge, you don't just lose that battle, you lose the lesson. You lose the strength you would have gained. You lose the confidence that comes from pushing through. And when the next challenge comes, and trust me, it will you be weaker, not stronger. But if you push through, if you fight, if you refuse to back down, you will come out better than before. Listen, champions are made in the struggle. Warriors are built in battle. You don't become great on the easy days, you become great on the hard ones. The days when you feel like giving up, the days when you question everything, the days when nothing seems to be working, those are the days that define you. And if you can just hold on, if you can just keep pushing, if you can just keep showing up, you will see that everything you went through was shaping you for something bigger. You want success. You want greatness. You want to achieve something that most people only dream about. Then you have to be willing to endure what most people won't. You have to be willing to fight for it, because nothing worth having comes easy. Nothing worth having is handed to you. You have to earn it. And the only way to earn it is by embracing the challenges, not running from them. I don't know what you're going through right now. I don't know what mountain you're facing, what storm you're in, what battle you're fighting. But I do know this: you have what it takes to overcome it. You have what it takes to rise. You have what it takes to win. But it starts with you deciding that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you fall, no matter how long it takes, you will not stop. You will not quit. You will not break. Because challenges don't define you, your response does. And I need you to make up your mind right now that you will respond with strength. You will respond with resilience. You will respond with the mindset of a champion. You are not here to be defeated. You are here to conquer. Watch what you say. Watch the words coming out of your mouth because they are shaping your future. I need you to understand something. Your words are creating your world. Every single thing you say, every thought you entertain, every sentence you repeat to yourself is building the reality you live in. Some of you are walking around wondering why things aren't changing, why you're stuck in the same place year after year. But if you took a second to listen to the words you're speaking over your own life, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. Nothing ever works out for me. I'll never get there. And then you wonder why nothing changes. You are literally speaking failure into existence. You are giving power to your doubts. You are giving life to your fears. But listen to me, your words have power. You can speak life or you can speak destruction. You can build or you can tear down. And the crazy thing is, most people don't even realize they're doing it. They talk without thinking. They complain without realizing they're reinforcing the very things they don't want. They make jokes about their struggles and then they wonder why those struggles never go away. But here's what I need you to get: successful people, people who win. They don't speak like everybody else. They don't say things just because they feel a certain way in the moment. They understand that their words are shaping their future and they are intentional about what they say. They speak vision. They speak faith. They speak possibility even when things look impossible. They don't deny reality, but they refuse to be limited by it. I need you to start speaking life. I need you to start watching your words because I promise you your life is a reflection of the things you say. You keep saying I can't and you won't. You keep saying it's too hard and it will be. You keep saying I'm not lucky and opportunities will keep passing you by. But if you start saying I can, doors will open. If you start saying I'm built for this, you'll find strength you didn't even know you had. If you start saying my time is coming, you'll start moving differently, preparing differently, expecting differently. Some of you are speaking death over your dreams. You're killing your potential with your own words. You're allowing fear to control your tongue. But I'm telling you, if you want to change your life, you have to change the way you speak. Stop talking about your problems all the time. Stop giving your energy to what's wrong. I get it, life is tough. I'm not saying to ignore your struggles. But there's a difference between acknowledging a challenge and feeding it with your words. You ever notice that the more you complain about something, the bigger it seems? The more you talk about what's wrong, the heavier it feels. That's because whatever you focus on expands. Whatever you give your words to grows. So instead of speaking about the problem, start speaking about the solution. Instead of complaining about how far you have to go, start declaring that you're getting stronger every day. Instead of talking about what's not working, start speaking about what you're learning, how you're growing, how you're leveling up. And it's not just about what you say out loud, it's about what you say to yourself when no one else is listening. Because that inner voice, that's the real game changer. That's the voice that determines whether you show up with confidence or shrink back in fear. That's the voice that decides whether you take risks or stay stuck in your comfort zone. That's the voice that either pushes you forward or holds you back. So let me ask you, what is your inner voice saying? Is it lifting you up or tearing you down? Is it pushing you to grow or keeping you small? Because I promise you, whatever you consistently tell yourself, you will believe. And whatever you believe, you will act on. And whatever you act on, you will create. Listen to me, your words are not just words. They are instructions to your brain. When you say, I can't, your brain stops looking for solutions. When you say, this is impossible, your brain shuts down creativity. But when you say, there's a way, I just have to find it, your brain starts working for you. When you say, I always figure things out, you unlock new levels of resilience. Some of you need to rewrite the script in your mind. You need to start affirming who you really are. You need to start speaking your future into existence. No more talking down to yourself. No more self-sabotage. No more giving your power away with your words. From this moment on, every word that comes out of your mouth needs to serve your purpose, not destroy it. And don't just say it when things are easy. Say it when it's hard. Say it when you don't feel it. Say it when everything in you wants to quit. That's when it matters most. Anybody can speak life when they're winning, but the real test is whether you can do it when you're losing. Can you say, I am more than enough, even when you feel broken? Can you say, I will overcome, even when the odds are stacked against you? Can you say, I am built for this, even when life is trying to convince you otherwise? Because that's what separates the average from the great. That's what separates those who dream from those who achieve. You are one decision away from a completely different life. One decision to stop letting negativity control your tongue. One decision to stop giving power to your fears. One decision to start speaking life, to start declaring your future, to start aligning your words with the person you are becoming. Because words create worlds. It's time to start speaking the world you want to live in. You can't do this alone. I don't care how strong you think you are, how talented you might be. If you are surrounded by the wrong people, you will never reach your full potential. You will never rise higher than the standards of the people you spend the most time with. Some of you are struggling, not because you're not capable, not because you don't have what it takes, but because you're connected to the wrong environment. You're trying to grow in a space that doesn't support your growth. You're trying to dream big around people with that. You're trying to push yourself to another level, but the people closest to you are pulling you back down. And here's what I need you to get. Energy is contagious. Mindsets are contagious. The way people around you think, the way they act, the way they talk, it's rubbing off on you whether you realize it or not. You cannot be around lazy people and expect to stay motivated. You cannot be around complainers and expect to stay focused. You cannot be around people who have no vision and expect to have clarity about your own future. Some of you are holding on to relationships that are costing you your destiny. You're keeping people in your life out of loyalty, out of history, out of comfort, but deep down you know they're not good for you. Deep down you know they drain your energy, they distract you, they keep you in cycles that you should have broken out of a long time ago. And I get it, letting go is hard. Cutting ties is uncomfortable. But listen to me, growth requires sacrifice. If you want to elevate, you have to be willing to evaluate. You have to look at the people in your life and ask yourself, are they pushing me forward or are they holding me back? See, winners surround themselves with winners. Champions don't spend their time with people who are comfortable with losing. They don't sit around having conversations about what they wish would happen. They're around people who make things happen. They don't waste their energy on drama, on negativity, on distractions. They're too focused. They're too locked in. And if you want to reach your full potential, that's the kind of environment you need to create for yourself. And listen, I'm not saying you have to cut everyone off. I'm not saying you have to walk around acting like you're better than people. But what I am saying is you have to be intentional. You have to guard your space. You have to be mindful of who gets access to you. Because not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. You ever notice how when you start to change, when you start to grow, certain people get uncomfortable. They start making little comments. They start questioning your decisions. They start acting like you think you're better than them. But let me tell you something that's not about you. That's about them. That's about their own insecurities. That's about the fact that your growth is exposing their complacency. Your drive is reminding them of everything they're not doing. And instead of rising with you, instead of using your growth as inspiration, they try to pull you back down. That's why you have to be careful. Because some people will never support your vision, not because it's impossible, but because it forces them to confront their own lack of effort. Some people will never clap for you, not because you don't deserve it, but because they don't want to acknowledge that you're outgrowing them. And if you're not careful, if you don't protect your mind, you will start to shrink yourself just to make them comfortable. You will start to downplay your dreams just to fit in. You will start doubting yourself because the people around you don't believe in you. But I need you to hear me on this. You were not put here to fit in. You were not put here to stay stuck in the same place. You were made to grow. You were made to evolve. And that means sometimes you're going to have to outgrow people. That means sometimes you're going to have to leave certain circles behind. That means sometimes you're going to have to walk alone for a season until you find the right tribe. And I get it. It's lonely. It's uncomfortable. but I promise you it's necessary because you cannot take everybody with you. Some people were only meant to be part of your journey for a season. And the longer you try to hold on to them, the more they will weigh you down. The more they will keep you from becoming who you were meant to be. So I need you to do something. I need you to take a real, honest look at your circle. I need you to ask yourself, who in my life is pushing me to be better? Who in my life challenges me to grow? Who in my life supports my dreams, not just with their words, but with their actions? And if you can't name at least a few people, then you have some changes to make. Start surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, people who think bigger, people who are doing the things you want to do, who are living at the level you want to reach. Get in rooms that challenge you. Put yourself in environments where you are the least experienced person, where you are forced to stretch, where you are pushed to grow. Because the truth is, if you are always the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. And here's the best part when you get around the right people. When you start surrounding yourself with winners, your whole energy shifts. Your mindset expands. Your vision gets clearer. Your motivation skyrockets. You start to believe in yourself in a way you never did before because now you see what's possible. Now you're in an environment that feeds your ambition instead of stifling it. So listen, your circle is either your greatest asset or your greatest liability. You don't get to choose whether or not you're influenced. You only get to choose who is influencing you. And if you're serious about success, if you're serious about becoming everything you were meant to be, then it's time to be intentional. It's time to protect your space. It's time to make sure that people around you are taking you higher, not holding you back. Because the company you keep will either sharpen you or dull you. And you, my friend, were made to shine. You have to take control of your mind. I don't care how talented you are, how many resources you have, or how many opportunities come your way. If you don't learn how to master your mind, you will always find yourself stuck. Your thoughts will either build you up or break you down. Your mindset will either push you forward or hold you back. Your success, your growth, your ability to overcome obstacles, it all starts in your mind. Most people don't even realize how much of their life is controlled by their own thinking. They wake up every day and before they even take their first step, their mind is already working against them. I'm tired. Today's going to be a rough day. I never catch a break. And then they wonder why nothing changes. You are programming your mind with every thought you allow to take root. You are training yourself moment by moment to either win or lose. Your mind is like a battlefield, and every single day you are at war. You are at war with fear. You are at war with doubt. You are what every limiting belief that has been planted in you over the years. And if you are not actively fighting back, if you are not intentionally feeding your mind the right things, then you are letting negativity win by default. You don't just wake up disciplined. You don't just wake up motivated. You don't just wake up with an unshakable mindset. You train for it. Just like an athlete trains their body, you have to train your mind. You have to put in the reps. You have to strengthen your mental toughness so that when life hits you, when things get tough, you don't fold. You don't break. You don't let circumstances dictate your destiny. But some of you are too passive with your mind. You let any thought take up space. You entertain negativity like it belongs there. You let doubt run free in your head like it's paying rent. And then you wonder why you feel stuck. You wonder why fear always seems to have a grip on you. It's because you're not guarding your mind. You're not filtering out the thoughts that don't serve you. You got to start taking control. You have to be intentional about what you allow in your head. The same way you watch what you eat to keep your body healthy, you have to watch what you feed your mind. If you constantly surround yourself with negativity, if you fill your mind with distractions, if you listen to the wrong voices, then you are sabotaging yourself before you even begin. You have to make the decision to renew your mind every single day. That means cutting off the negative self-talk. That means shutting down the excuses before they take over. That means choosing to see the opportunity instead of the obstacle. That means replacing fear with faith, doubt with confidence, weakness with strength. It's a choice. It's always a choice. And the people who succeed, the people who push through, the people who rise above, they don't do it because life is easy for them. They do it because they have trained their mind to see things differently. They have conditioned themselves to think like winners, to believe in themselves even when everything around them is telling them otherwise. And listen, I know it's not easy. I know what it feels like to wake up with anxiety, to battle self-doubt, to feel like you're not enough. I know what it's like to question yourself, to wonder if you're capable, to feel like life keeps knocking you down. But I also know this: if you don't fight for control of your mind, life will control it for you. Fear will take over, doubt will take over, negativity will take over. And if you let those things dictate your life, you will never reach your full potential. It's time to take your power back. It's time to stop being a victim of your own thoughts. It's time to stop allowing negativity to determine your actions. You have too much potential, too much greatness inside you to be held back by a weak mindset. Start feeding your mind with the right things. Wake up with intention. The first thoughts you allow in your head in the morning set the tone for the entire day. So instead of saying, I don't feel like it, say, I'm built for this. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, say, I have everything I need to succeed. Instead of saying, it's too hard, say, I can handle anything that comes my way. You have to talk to yourself like a champion. You have to rewire your thinking. And it's not just about what you think, it's about what you do. Because your actions will always follow your mindset. If you believe you're capable, you'll move differently. If you believe success is possible for you, you'll start taking steps toward it. If you believe you are worthy of greatness, you will stop settling for less than you deserve. It all starts in your mind. You have to be relentless about this. You can't just do it when you feel like it. You can't just train your mind when life is easy. No, you have to be consistent. You have to do it when you're tired. You have to do it when you don't feel like it. You have to do it when your emotions are telling you to quit. Because if you can master your mind in those moments, if you can push through when everything in you wants to stop, then nothing will be able to break you. You are stronger than you think. You are more powerful than you know. But until you learn how to control your thoughts, until you learn how to fight back against fear and doubt, you will always be operating at half of your potential. So I need you to make a decision today. I need you to decide that from this moment forward, you will take control of your mind. You will not let negativity take root. You will not let fear dictate your steps. You will not allow doubt to steal your dreams. You will train yourself to think like a winner, to speak like a champion, to act like someone who knows their worth. Because once you master your mind, you master your life. You have to take action. Enough talking. Enough waiting. Enough thinking about it, dreaming about it, planning for it. At some point, you have to get up and move. Too many people are sitting on ideas, sitting on talent, sitting on potential, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the right time. But let me tell you something, there is no perfect moment. There is no right time. There is only right now. And if you don't move now, if you don't take action now, you are going to wake up one day full of regret, wondering what could have been if you had just started. Some of you are waiting for everything to be lined up perfectly before you take the first step. You want to have all the answers. You want to be guaranteed success before you even start. But that's not how this works. You have to be willing to move forward even when you don't have all the answers. You have to be willing to take that first step even when the path ahead isn't clear. You have to be willing to start before you're ready, because the truth is you will never feel completely ready. You will never have all the knowledge, all the resources, all the confidence before you begin. But if you take action, if you start moving, if you commit to showing up every single day, you will figure it out along the way. Fear is keeping too many of you stuck. Fear of failure. Fear of what people will say. Fear of making a mistake. But listen, failure is part of the process. There is no success without failure. There is no growth without mistakes. The only way you truly fail is if you never start. The only way you truly lose is if you let fear stop you from even trying. Everybody you look up to, everybody who has achieved great things, they didn't get there by playing it safe. They didn't get there by waiting for the perfect moment. They got there because they took action even when they were scared. even when they were uncertain, even when they didn't feel ready. And that's what separates winners from everybody else. It's not just talent. It's not just intelligence. It's not just luck. It's action. It's the willingness to step into the unknown. It's the willingness to take risks. It's the willingness to move forward even when things aren't perfect. Some of you are talking yourselves out of your own blessings. You're letting excuses rob you of your potential. You're saying, I don't have enough time. But you have the same 24 hours as everybody else. You're saying, I don't have enough money. But there are people who started with nothing and built something incredible. You're saying, I don't know how. But you can learn. You can grow. You can figure it out. The only thing standing between you and your next level is your willingness to take action. And let's be real, some of you are waiting for motivation. You're waiting to feel inspired. You're waiting for some magical moment where everything clicks and suddenly you're ready to move. But let me tell you something, motivation is overrated. Motivation is temporary. Motivation comes and goes. And if you are relying on motivation to take action, you will never be consistent. You don't need motivation. You need discipline. You need commitment. You need to make a decision that no matter how you feel, no matter what the circumstances are, you are going to show up and do the work. Because the truth is, the moment you start taking action, that's when things begin to shift. That's when momentum starts to build. That's when confidence starts to grow. Too many people think they need confidence before they take action, but that's backwards. Action is what creates confidence. Action is what builds belief. The more you do, the more you learn. The more you try, the stronger you get. Some of you are waiting for a sign. You're waiting for confirmation. You're waiting for somebody to give you permission to go after your dreams. But let me be real with you. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you your dream. Nobody is going to do the work for you. If you want it, you have to go get it. If you want it, you have to fight for it. If you want it, you have to make the decision that you will not stop. You will not quit. You will not let fear, doubt, or excuses hold you back any longer. And I know some of you are thinking, but what if I fail? What if you do? What if you fall flat on your face? What if you try and it doesn't work out the way you planned? Let me tell you something, you will be better off for having tried. You will be stronger, wiser, more experienced, because every failure teaches you something. Every mistake gives you another tool. Every setback is just a setup for a comeback. So you can't let fear stop you. You can't let doubt hold you back. You have to move. You have to take action. Even if it's messy. Even if it's imperfect. Even if you stumble along the way. Because the truth is, you can always adjust. You can always course correct. You can always figure things out as you go. But you can't do anything if you don't start. This is your time. This is your moment. No more waiting. No more talking. No more making excuses. You have everything you need to get started. You have the ability. You have the strength. You have the vision. Now it's time to take action. Because action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And the only way to cross that bridge is to start walking.